sucks is people talking about that and not talking about why they're so fucking expensive, all right? Again, when ICP recorded Carnival of Carnage, there was 3 members of the band, all right? 3 members of ICP. And you can hear them on Carnival of Carnage as well as Dog Beats, our first 2 ever releases. There was 3 members of ICP. The 3rd member was John Kickjazz, all right? Shaggy's older brother, all right? John decided to leave ICP right as we began to press the Carnival of Carnage album. That was a pretty bad time to leave, but because we couldn't afford to go back to the album and take him off it, and it was just a choice he made, all right? That turned out not to be a good one, you know? And unfortunately, John passed away, how long ago?
A year and a half ago?
Yeah, he passed away
2 years ago.
About 2 years ago. But his story is pretty fucking remarkable. And the reason why tickets are so expensive for the Carnival of Carnage show in Detroit is the venue only holds 600 people. And we're doing the Carnival of Carnage album at a venue called the L Club, which is on Verner Avenue in Southwest Detroit, right across the fucking street from Clark Park, all right? In the fucking heart of where Insane Clown Posse's origins come from. I mean, you cannot be on a better location than right there. And taking John's place, doing John's lyrics, is Shaggy's other brother, his younger brother, who raps as Trey Pound.
Chop Shop.
With the group Chop Shop. Alright? He will be taking John's place, wearing John's face paint, and doing John's lines, and who better suited, right? Who can fill those shoes, right? And we're only gonna do the Carnival of Carnage album one fucking time.
There will be no tour on it. No
tour,
like
no fucking second show. One fucking show, alright? And all proceeds are going to a documentary about the life of John Kickjazz, alright? Things nobody knows, alright? And that documentary is very, very important to us, and we want it done with fucking class. We want it done with mad amounts of dignity, and that's where the money is going. We're not fucking paid like some of you might think. Not even hardly at all.
Furthest,
like you probably think
ever from paid.
Any money we happen to generate goes away when we have the gathering. Right? We quickly lose it because it's a fucking money losing event, but it's a karma gaining event and worth every penny. And the Carnival of Carnage show is about respecting John, and it's about creating this documentary. And also, as I'm writing what's called the treatment for the documentary, I decided that I wanted to include everything from our history. Okay, if you've ever read the book Behind the Paint, it talks about John, but I have to admit something right here. I'm gonna be a fucking man, and I'm gonna admit something. I think when I wrote Behind the Paint, I think I purposely downplayed John's role in ICP's origins. I downplayed it because I was still fucking salty that he quit the group and left us when he chose to do that. I was still upset, and I said to myself, no reason to go into all these extra stories about John because he's not a factor anymore. And he didn't deserve that. And so with this documentary and with my treatment that I was writing for the documentary, which is basically explaining what the documentary is going to be like, I decided to include every fucking detail of our relationship in the creation of ICP, coming from age 13 when I met John and Joey to age 20 when John left the group. Okay, those are fucking really pivotal years in a ninja's life, and I'll tell you why. Those are the years you first step away from being a little kid following your mom and dad or whoever takes care of you, just being a little fucking kid, to actually becoming your own person. You choose what music you like, you choose who your friends are, you choose how you want to present yourself. Those are fucking the most important years, I believe, of any ninja's life. 13 to 20. It's also when you first get skins for the first time. All kinds of shit, man. And that's when John was my fucking best friend, Joey's brother. He was everything in those fucking essential years. And we're gonna tell his story correctly, respectfully, and as I'm writing this treatment, I realized this is a fucking book I'm writing. And so I decided I'm gonna fucking finish it as a book. So not only will there be a documentary, there'll also be a book called The Third Clown. And it's the story of John Quintet. I want to tell one more little story. This is like, it's not quote for quote how it's written in the book, but I want to tell you a funny story about getting some skins, some netting for the first time. Because the first time John ever got some skins, it was in my bedroom, all right? With him. With me. I'm going to tell you how this went down. It might not be funny, I don't know. It was funny to us though. But down the street from my house where I lived with my mom, I lived in the attic. And I turned it into a bedroom, and I had to pull the stairs down, and it was a rickety fucking stairway. I had to pull down, fold down, and then I could climb up the fucking thin, rickety stairway up to my bedroom, all right? So there's this little hottie who lived down the street who was what used to be called a burnout, which is a fucking heavy metal fan, long hair. We call them wolves, right? We always call them wolves. That's another story, but they don't pretty much exist anymore, but they used to, like the girls.
Yeah, they do, motherfucker.
they do exist.
I see them all over. I fucking love wolves.
I'm talking about like fucking hair metal. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Poison, fucking Motley Crue, you know, fucking spandex, fucking makeup. Dudes would have the same exact haircuts as the women, you know, teased up poofs and shit. Anyway, this little wolf chick lived down the street, and I always thought
nowadays these wolf chicks in the neighborhood are considered hood rats. I don't know if you ever heard that term.
And I fucking used to want to fuck this girl so badly, but I didn't know about actually fucking anybody because I had never fucked anybody in my life. No girl ever, nobody ever. Not that I'm special. Anyway, so this is the first days of when you're fucking calling girls. You know, those first experiences. Can you remember that about your life? When you're actually stepping to girls for the first time? So I had invited this girl over, and this was probably the third time she came over, and I could tell she was not digging me. It just was not gonna jump off. But John, sitting on the couch, emulating his fucking studly aura, she was all about him, I could tell it. So I immediately thought, well, maybe I can hook this up for John, and John will get some skins, and he can tell me what it was like, you know what I'm saying? So I started talking to her, and I'm trying to fast talk her, and I'm like, look, you don't know him, he don't know you, you guys don't have to face each other again, there won't be no awkwardness at school, you go to different schools, just let him hit it. You know, I mean, what's it gonna hurt? You're just both enjoying each other's good looks. Do you think he's attractive? She's like, he's all right. And I'm like, John, she's a babe, right? John's like, yeah. And I'm like, you guys should just fuck, man. Just let it jump off. And so I actually talked her into it, and she was down. So they went up into my rickety fucking bedroom, and I assumed he was plowing her, right? Now, this is the part of the story that don't make much sense, but my stepdad came home from work, and for some fucking reason, which I don't understand, but apparently I wasn't allowed to have a girl over or something because I was scared to death that we had a girl upstairs, which doesn't make no fucking sense now. I would be so proud of my son.
You knew you were trying to fuck him.
Right. Well, I know, but if my son had a hottie over at 16, I would be fucking proud of him. I wouldn't be mad at him. So I don't understand that. But apparently I wasn't allowed, okay? Maybe I was 15. I don't know. But I ran upstairs and banged down the bedroom door, and I said, John, oh, Ron's home. That's my stepdad. I was like, Ron's home. You gotta get her out of here, man. And there was no answer. And I knocked again, banging on the fucking door. John, no answer. Finally, I said, fuck it, what can I do? I'm seriously stressed out. The car's pulling up in the driveway. He's getting out with his 40s in the brown bag. And I'm like, fuck, we gotta get this bitch out of here. So I opened the door, and I ran in, and I saw the two of them having sex, paying me no mind at all. I'm fucking banging on the door.
First time skins, they didn't give a fuck about you.
He was like,
or Ron.
He was in a robotic motion. My presence meant nothing to either one of them. And I'm still there where this pole is. I'm right here. And he is just fucking her. I'll never forget it. First time I ever saw anything like that in real life. It was right there. And he wouldn't stop. I'm like, John! John! And he was just looking at her, stroking. And they didn't stop. They were right there, you know what I'm saying? I had to push him off her physically. The only way I was gonna stop that shit from going down was to fucking physically intervene. So I had to shove him off her. Now this next part of the story I'm not very happy about, but this is how it went down, all right? I remember seeing her naked, and for some fucking stupid reason, I did not snapshot that image with my brain for later usage. So I don't remember much about it, which I should have, and I'm still mad at myself for it. But she was naked, and I turned around, giving them time to get dressed, probably 20 seconds. And when I turned back around, she had her fucking extra tight, stonewashed fucking burnout jeans about halfway up, and her bra, I think, was on. But I was so fucking scared of my stepdad, who was pretty brutal at that time. He wasn't very nice then. I had to, I'm not proud of this. This is what happened. I was 15 or 16. But I grabbed her by the fucking poof. Her hair was all poof. I grabbed her by the poof and started to lead her down the rickety stairs. You know what I'm saying? And no lie, I opened the side door of my house, and there was like a little porch with 2 steps to the grass. I put my foot on her ass. I didn't kick her, but I put my foot on her ass and shoved her off. And I just remember her falling to the grass and being like, fucking asshole, and opening the gate and walking away, you know. And she was fixing her hair in case another burnout saw her. She didn't want to look unpresentable as she walked down the street to her house. But what I don't understand is what I would have gotten in trouble for anyway. It doesn't make any sense. But that was John's first time ever having sex. And if you remember, your first time ever fucking, you fall into a strange shock where you just stare there and you don't say shit. John was in that funk for the rest of the day. And it was like he was just staring off. It was basking. He was coherent, basking, but he was just in trance. And I didn't understand that feeling until I got my first piece, and I found myself staring out the window as John was driving. Because John was also present at my first time ever. And somehow, me and John got skins 2 years later than him. And he's fucking 2 years younger than us, man. Hey, hey.
Whoop, whoop. Super Bowl. Yeah, I hung out with the older guys. What do you want?
But the book is for people interested, for people that like the early years part of Behind the Paint. This whole book, I'd say 75% of it is all about the early years. It's just a gang loads of stories and freshness about that, and everything pre-ICP all the way to the beginning of ICP to the, you know, launching the Joker cards and everything, and John's role. And then it's about John's downfall, you know, and, you know, he got hooked on drugs. He ended up in a wheelchair, and I saw him at Shaggy's wedding, and he looked fucking gray. His skin looked gray. I never saw nothing like that. And I remember it was a beautiful chapel we were at, and we were sitting there listening to the wedding, the preacher do his thing. It was all beautiful, and the water's in the background and shit. And I remember looking behind me up the hill, and John's sitting in his fucking chair, and he's looking at the floor, And it fucking sucked, man. And I think if he understood what he was a part of, the creation of, if he planted the seeds that grew into the garden, which is now the jungle of the juggalo world, if he understood how essential his role was, he might have found more reason to live, you know what I'm saying? And by the time we realized that, I think it was too late, you know? But we're gonna do him his fucking justice and write this book and put this documentary out, and it would mean a lot to us if y'all check it out. And a lot of things you guys don't know. I know ninjas know everything about ICP, but in reality, you don't. Because there's a lot of stuff we've chosen to never reveal. For example, the true trials and tribulations of Shaggy 2 Dope, who's coming out with a book himself. And
that's right. There's been many. See, you know Jay, right? Like something like his car crash just now. You know, his first experience with skins. He likes to share. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I'm not so much like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, because most of it's not share worthy anyways. A lot of shit that happened to me, you know, because a lot of it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Stints in jail. A lot of trouble with the fucking law. I don't know if you know or not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of probation. A lot of jail time. A lot of crazy shit has happened, you know what I'm saying? I just always kind of kept it on the wraps because I'm always trying to keep shit positive, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody to be like, oh man, you know, he was in jail, fuck all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing up here in front of Juggalo, so I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? No matter what. But that being said, you know what I'm saying? We was kicking it and shit, you know, with the whole situation with my brother and shit and all that, you know, and we were just sitting there, you know, we were just kind of like, yo, it's time, you know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Behind the Paint was a great fucking book, gave a lot of insight. But it wasn't my story, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm gonna sit down with this dude named Steve Miller, the same guy that wrote the book Juggalo. I don't know if you read it or not. Crazy fucking book, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be sitting down with him and we're writing the book together. And I forget the name of the shit is coming out on whatever fuck wherever Billy's at, but nonetheless it's published, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be everywhere. So you don't gotta go through like some weird channel to get it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. It'll be everywhere available, and it's detailed shit from my birth up till now, you know what I'm saying? And it's ICP's career from my eyes this time, you know?
And a lot of shit that's never ever been told, man. Like,
so much shit that'll blow your fucking wig off your head. You'll be like, damn, I didn't know that. Damn, I didn't. Every page will be something you didn't know, you know what I'm saying?
We're talking about times throughout our career, you'll be like, I had no fucking clue that was happening behind the scenes in Shaggy's world, but it was, man. A lot of really fucking epic shit, man, that you're gonna read about and hear about for the first time, man. And like he said, his story's always been silent. He's just not as outgoing about personal shit as I sometimes am. But it's 2017. None of the rules seem to exist anymore. And fucking it's time. And I'm looking forward to reading that motherfucker in-depthly. So that's gonna be dope, man. Get ready for that too. What's it officially called?
I don't have a 100% title yet. Still just a working title, so I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? It'll be revealed, you know what I'm saying?
Dope, but that's coming out. And speaking of coming out, so we got the Carnival Carnage show. The Great Malenko 20th anniversary version of the album, containing a bonus CD and fucking a bunch of tracks that were left off the Great Malenko album. And also a fresh fucking coffee table book all about the Great Malenko album, which contains all sorts of fucking news and backstage shit that happened between us and Disney. And like you can see the actual letter where they said they're signing us and they approve of it, and Disney supports Insane Clown Posse. And then you can see the actual letter that says they're pulling the record out of stores. It's like totally contradicting the other letter. All sorts of interesting ass shit is in this coffee table book, which can be this big, fat, colorful thing full of great balls.
Oh, hold on, man. Wait. Come on, man. Fucking 20 years, Great Malenko. What? You know what I'm saying? 20 years. Fuck out of my face, dog. It's crazy.
It's super fucking crazy. And the guy that signed us, when we were on Jive Records, if you remember, if you read the book Behind the Paint, I think that's fucking falling apart. The guy that fucking signed us, Julian Raymond, the guy that signed us to Hollywood Records and got us out of our fucked up record deal with Jive Records. Anyway, we hooked up with him to do a new song and the song is called Black Blizzard, and we got the band Cheap Trick on the song. Does anybody know Cheap Trick Hall of Famers? It's just dope because on Malenko you got Slash from Guns N' Roses, you got Alice Cooper, you got Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols. So for the 20th anniversary version, we hooked up with another Rock and Roll Hall of Famer with the band Cheap Trick to do this song called Black Blizzard. So that's pretty fucking cool, man. It's just, you know, going with the theme of Malenko, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only new song that's gonna be on the collection. The rest of the shit is all shit that was unreleased, recorded back then, you know what I'm saying?
It's so hot out, his notes are sweating. The fuck? Boys are falling apart.
All right, I wanna let everybody know the 4th Joker's card from deck 2 will be revealed at Hallowicked this year.
Yes.
And Hallowicked this year will be very, very special. It's gonna have a lot of very cool names on the bill. It's gonna happen in Detroit. And we're going to reveal the next album. We're gonna show the face and the name and everything at that event. So get ready, because it's going down. You know, also, right after the march, we're going on the Great Malenko Tour. Yes, that's gonna be super fucking dope. We're gonna go on the Malenko Tour. We're gonna come to every fucking city. I don't give a fuck if you live in Bombay. We're gonna fucking play that bitch. Everywhere. Everywhere. Even Springfield, Missouri. Oh. We're also going, this is cool, we're going back to fucking Europe. We ain't been there in like 13 years or something. But we're going there with Mushroom Head. We're doing like 10 dates in Europe. And right after that, we're going to Australia again. And then we're actually going to Asia. How dope is that? That's definitely awesome, man. Going to Asia, bringing the fucking wicked clowns to Asia. Yeah. I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be dope.
Even Toledo, yes.
Oh, free shit. Usually we give out something fresh for free to you ninjas right here at the ICP seminar. Would you like some free shit? Okay, well this year is a doozy. Because we're going to
for real doozy.
Huh?
It's a for real doozy.
For real style. This is going to be something guaranteed to wind up on eBay for probably a lot of money because you'll never see it pressed up again. This is a one-time deal, something we're giving away to each and every one of you for being here, and it's a full-length album on CD for the first time ever from a band called the Golden Goldies.
Hold on now. Wait. It ain't that fresh.
No, it's not fresh.
What you gotta understand about the Golden Goldies, what you gotta understand, there's a thing about the Golden Goldies. The Golden Goldies was something that we had did with all of our homies just sitting around the studio. You know, they drunk as shit. Everybody, no rappers in the vicinity besides me and him. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing was, all right, Mike, hurry up, loop a beat. Everybody, you got 10 minutes to write your shit, one chance to spit it. That's it.
One chance to spit it. If you fuck up, you're stuck with it.
You better keep rolling, because that's it.
And everybody had to do their verse. They got one try, and we did, I think, 13 songs.
So, man, everybody's gimmick had to be involved with being draped with gold and be golden.
The Golden Goldies are fucking epic, man. It was recorded right after the Ritterbox album, and it features all kinds of fresh rappers. Jump Steady's rapping.
Golden Graham.
Billy Bill's rapping.
Gold Double B.
Who else is on that bitch, man? It's got everybody rapping on there who shouldn't be rapping, but they're rapping. And it's just classic.
And we actually did that right before came out. Riddle Box is when we recorded it.
Yeah, after we recorded it, but before it came out was when Goldies was recorded.
Pressing time.
It's been out on the internet for years, but it's actually now the only time we're ever going to press it up on CD from Psychopathic, and that's what we're giving to all of you.
And it's simply titled, "Give me those fucking nuggets, bitch, or I'll punch your fucking face."
There was an extra fucking. It's give me them fucking nuggets, bitch, or I'll punch your fucking face. You're right. Yeah. I'm sorry, I fucked it up. There is it. Fucking this. Anyway, that's the name of the album. Short and simple. Give me them fucking nuggets, bitch, or I'll punch your fucking face. The album is for you for free today. Thank you. All right. Now, as Jump Steady was saying earlier about the police, we know it's the fucking bone, and we gotta talk to you guys about this, man, because this sort of treatment is exactly why we're fucking marching. Look, we learned a lot in the last year. We fucking learned a lot. We thought every group out there, Tech 9, fucking Twisted, we thought every group out there was hearing the same shit we hear all the time, which is about juggalos being fucked with, punished, and fucking discriminated on for being juggalos. We hear about that shit every day. All sorts of situations, all sorts of shit, we hear about it endlessly. We assume everybody else that has juggalo love was hearing that similar shit. So when we put the invites out for all the bands to perform at the march, and everybody's saying no, we were fucking blown away.
Fuck Twisted.
We're like, you know what's happening. How the fuck ain't you gonna play? You know? But then we realized because ICP is so much affiliated with the Juggalos, Juggalos tell us about it and not these other artists. And so they don't understand the passion and the fucking seriousness of it, because I don't think they even ever hear shit about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's real. It's why you're being fucked with every day at your own gathering.
No doubt, you know, and yo, just for example, you know what I'm saying? Just example, like take Hobson. Love the guy, fucking awesome, he's a shit. But if Hobson's doing a meet and greet, he don't hear juggalos coming through his meet and greet telling him about how the police fuck with them and about how they're on the gang list now and all that. He don't hear that, you know what I'm saying? We do, you know what I'm saying? That's something we didn't understand at the time, you know?
We thought everybody would stand up with
an example, one person. It's so many other juggalo artists that don't hear that shit that we do, you know?
And so, you know, at the end of the day, it don't matter who's performing at the fucking free concerts, because we damn sure will be there, and we are gonna march. I don't give a fuck.
Whether it's 10 people, whether it's 10,000 people, we're still up in that bitch like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
We're fucking marching! Once in a fucking lifetime, man! What the fuck? And people say, man, I've been a juggalo all my life. I've never been fucked with. Nobody ever gave me shit about it. That's you! Good for you! What about them? What about everybody who is being fucked with, man? Let's march. Let's have their back, man. This is bullshit. Don't you get it? If we don't do something about it, we might as well be what they say we are. Fucking inbred fucking idiots. A gang, a fucking gang. What? What the fuck? We might as well just be everything they say we are, unless we stand up and officially say, fuck you back. Fuck you, man. Like, what better way to do it than march? We have to let you're damn right it's a publicity stunt. We have to let the nation know we're not okay with being called a fucking gang, man. Or we might as well be a gang. You get what I'm saying, right? We're fucking suing the FBI. It's been going on now probably 5 years, I don't know. It's been thrown out of court. We are fighting tooth and nail. Ferris, Where we at, man? Where we at? This is the Jugga lawyer right here. The one fighting, man. Tell us where we're at with our lawsuit because we're down, but we're not out, man. We're fighting. Are we suing someone, Jay? Who is suing, man?
I'm not sure what lawsuit you're talking about.
Fuck the police.
No, a lot of people don't realize, I mean, we're fighting this case every single day. You know what I mean? And there's a whole bunch of people working. You know, the ACLU, Miller Canfield, me, how it hurts, all there's a whole bunch of different rumors that are going on. The lower court judge who we overturned on appeal last time tried to throw the case out again, you know, and we appealed it again, okay? We're back right underneath the Supreme Court right now in the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals, fighting the case, and, you know, people don't realize why we're doing it. I mean, it's funny. I mean, obviously everybody here understands because they saw it firsthand these past 4 days. But, you know, we got some really cool, really good documentarians doing another documentary on us in the case in the march. And I was talking to them yesterday, and they called the Oklahoma City Police, I believe it was, and they said, hey, do you have any comment on what's going on at the gathering? And what they said was, we don't comment on gang activity because we don't want to give them any extra attention. The funny thing is, I don't know any other gang rally where we invite anybody of all ages to come in and hang out with us the whole fucking time. So I want to invite the chief of police for Oklahoma City. I'll buy your fucking ticket. You can bring your kids. It's an all ages show. You can hang out with us the whole time at this gang rally and send whoever the fuck else you want, because we don't check membership at the door. Everybody's welcome. You might show up and find out you're a fucking juggalo, you know? So we don't got nothing to hide, but you know, it's a legal battle. These federal cases, they take a long time. I have a sneaking suspicion ours is even taking a little longer than normal. Nobody really wants to deal with us. But we're not going away. We're fighting tooth and nail every day. Juggalos don't die. There's people, I still hear stories. I heard a story yesterday about somebody who got their kids taken away again. And it's just heartbreaking. I can't even listen to the stories anymore. And, you know, we're gonna keep going until there's nowhere else to go. And it's been 5 years, and I got another 50 years in me until they give up. You know what I'm saying? Just another update on where we're at. Before they heard the second appeal, the Court of Appeals, which is a court right underneath the U.S. Supreme Court, said, why don't you guys go talk to some mediators with the FBI and the Department of Justice and see if you can work this out, you know? Maybe you guys can settle, you know? And they forced us to do it. They ordered us to do it, and we're like, okay, absolutely.